everyone, my name is Alani and I'm your business finance consultant with the William Factory Small Business Incubator. In this session, we will discuss inventory management and cost control for your small business. A guiding question for inventory management is, how do you handle your inventory? This could mean many things from storage to suppliers. Today, we will explore inventory management and cost control strategies. Then we will look at ways to improve your business profitability. Lastly, we will discuss how to optimize your method of inventory management. There are a few inventories and cost control strategies we'll talk about, including just-in-time inventory, ABC analysis, and suppliers relationship management, and inventory tracking technology. First method of inventory management is called just-in-time inventory. This is when you order inventory only when you need it. This means that you're not ordering your inventory or supplies in bulk or too far in advance. This is helpful for your business because it means you don't have to pay as much for the storage of inventory as in storage space, refrigeration, or things like that. And it lowers the risk of waste and the likelihood that you don't end up using the inventory. One way to implement this into your business is through coordination with your inventory suppliers. For example, let's say you could organize a system with more frequent, smaller deliveries when needed rather than bulk orders, or you could form some sort of systems where you can communicate your real-time need to your suppliers. You could also refer to this slide for more detailed advantages of just-in-time inventory management. Some disadvantages of this method are that there is a greater potential for an error. For example, if you underestimated how much inventory you needed for a given time and end up having unexpected high demand, you may not be able to fulfill the needs of your customers. It may be harder to adapt to customers' varying needs with this method, depending on your business. The next method of inventory management is ABC's analysis. In this method, you rank your inventory based on its value and importance to your business. It's called the ABC's analysis because you can categorize your inventory on your ABC scale, with A being the highest value or / most important, B being a medium important / value, and C being the lowest value and least important. This system is beneficial because it helps you align your inventory management with what is actually most important to your business. This way, you can optimize your inventory levels for what is most valuable and important. ABC's analysis requires a few calculations and some knowledge of your use of that inventory. The first step is to calculate each inventory item's annual usage value by multiplying its annual consumption by the cost of 1 unit of that inventory. The next step is to rank the products from highest annual usage value to the lowest. Then you will calculate the cumulative share by finding the cumulative percentage of the total annual usage value. Lastly, you can classify your items into the A, B, and C categories based on the percentage requirements listed here. The A category inventory is the top, like 70 to 80% total annual usage value. The B category inventory is in the next 15 to 20% of the total annual usage value. And the C category inventory is in the last 5 to 10% of the total annual usage value. All of those numbers and calculations are pretty abstract. Let's go concrete. If you own a hardware store and perform the A, B, and C analysis, you will get this table below. Based on A, B, and C category rules, our inventory in categories A will be paint cans, power drills, nails, and safety goggles. Your category B would be a ladder and screwdriver set. And your category C would be hammers, garden hose, light bulbs, and hand saws. Using a table like this to categorize your inventory is a great way to practice this ABC strategy. One of the important aspects of managing your inventory is having a good relationship with your suppliers. When you get along well with the people who supply your goods and materials, you are both better off. As you build a longer-term working relationship, you can negotiate lower costs, get better quality products, and ensure that all deliveries are made on time. In order to build this strong relationship, you can do things like always have in-person meetings with your suppliers, having frequent communication with them, and building goodwill through kindness and agreements that benefits you both. There are 4 important elements of growing a supplier's relationship. Things like make sure to onboard suppliers by creating agreements and systems of communication and keeping track of suppliers' performance to ensure that they are providing what you need to help make sure that the relationship is strong. The next form of inventory management is inventory tracking and technology. Inventory tracking and technology is the use of online programs/software and other systems to make sure you have an inventory count of your inventory at all times. This can be critical for your business to have accurate knowledge of demand and to be capable to anticipate future needs. Say Sam is a small business owner whose business is designing and building sofa chairs. Sam buys materials. She then manufactures those materials to create her product. She needs a place to store her materials and finished goods. She sells her chairs to customers and keeps track of her profits. If she's making more chairs than she can sell and she needs to pay for the storage space to hold these products, then she may be losing money. This is a cutting into her profits and is not good for her business long term. Inventory control is so important. It can have a big impact on your profits, and it can help you make changes to your processes that are better for your business. Now, I will provide some methods you can use to look at your business profitability. First, we will talk about gross profit margin analysis. Then we will look at product/service mix analysis. Lastly, we will discuss the cost to serve analysis. Our first analysis is gross profit margin analysis. So what is gross profit analysis? It is the percentage of revenue that is remaining after deducting your cost of goods sold. In other words, it's the amount of money you have earned from selling your products after you take into account the money you spent on your supplies and materials to make your product. The formula to calculate this number. It is important to make this calculation because you cannot just look at what is coming into your business. That means your revenue. You also have to look at what is going out of your business will cost. Your gross profit margin is a way to make sure you're making enough money off of each product you sell. The higher the gross profit margin, the better it means your revenues are greater than your costs, and low gross profit margins may mean that you want to reconsider selling that product or find ways to lower costs or increase the price of that product. Here in this Excel slide, this will show you how to find the gross margin. So in a formula, used in the yellow highlight, to find a gross margin, you need to have net sales cost, the cost of goods sold, divided by net sales times 100. So, in above, you see the net sales, that'll be 27 pounds, 27.8 pounds. The raw material cost would be 9.5, the direct labor cost would be 6.5 pounds, and your factory retail expense would be 1.2 pounds. Now, in the red highlight, you see the cost of goods sold, that'll be 17.2 pounds. Now, let's find a gross margin formula for it. So, for the net sales, B7 in the blue highlight, that'll be 27.8 pounds, minus the B15, that'll be cost of goods sold, that'll be 17.2 pounds. And you divide by the B7 again, net sales, 27.8 pounds times 100. And your gross margin total should be calculated to be 38.13 pounds. We have product service mix analysis. This is a way of looking at which product or service gives your business the most probability to find out your most profitable products and services. You look at your sales data on each item sold and compare the revenues or profits. Once you perform this analysis, you can see which products or service are most profitable, and you can make sure to focus your business on those offerings. You can also look at low profits, product service, and consider eliminating or adjusting them. Consider your own product service mix. Do you know which of your products and services are most profitable? What about which ones are least profitable? If you don't, consider looking at the profitability of your different offerings and performing the product service mix analysis. Our last profitability analysis tool is called the cost to serve analysis. This is a formula that measures the cost of serving each of your customers. A low cost to serve ratio is best. However, you want to make sure you are not losing any value or quantity in the process. Finding ways to lower your costs by looking at your total cost of service while keeping the same level of service will make sure your business is financially strong and serves their customers well. You can see the formula to the right on the slide to make this calculation. It is the total cost of service. Well, this includes all indirect and direct costs such as production, distribution, and service costs, divided by the total number of customers. This slide includes a few things that you want to examine when thinking about your cost to serve ratio. You want to look at your current use of people, labor, equipment, and process when thinking about your costs, and think about your customers' needs to ensure that the costs your business has are necessary. The topic we will discuss are ways to keep track of your inventory. First, we will look at inventory turnover ratio. Second, the safety stock optimization. Third, I will talk about continuous improvement initiatives. Inventory turnover is the amount that inventory moves through your business. Inventory in your business will constantly be used. To calculate the rate of inventory turnover, look at the equation on the slide. This is the cost of goods sold divided by the average inventory. A small inventory turnover ratio is best because it means that you're not holding to inventory for a long time and paying a lot of money to store and maintain the inventory. This calculation is a super helpful way to check on how long your business holds onto inventory and how much money you have available that is not being spent on storing inventory. If you're on Excel, you can make this Excel for your own business. So right here, for example, let's find a COGS, that stands for cost of goods sold. If you guys forget, to find a cost of goods sold formula, you need to find the units sold, which is, there's two different types right here. The units is 25 and 160. The amount right there, there's one for 25,000 and the other 32,000. If you add those two together, the ones that's highlighted, you'll get your total cost of goods sold. That'll be $97,000. Right here, you want to find your average inventory formula. Usually to find it is the beginning of inventory plus the ending of inventory, and you divide it by 2. So let's find the numbers for the average inventory in the formula. So in the beginning inventory, it says, you look for, it should say 25,000. Now, if you find the ending inventory in the red, that'll be 48,000. And now let's divide by 2 and add those up together and divide. You'll end up to 36,500. Alright, so you are the totals of the cost of goods sold and your average inventory. Now, let's find the inventory turnover ratio formula. and that will be cost of goods sold divided by your average inventory. So if you divide 97,000 divided by 500,000, that will be your inventory turnover ratio will be 2.66. Stock is the opposite of just-in-time inventory we talked about earlier. Safety stock is more like just-in-case inventory. It is the idea of having a small amount of inventory set aside so your business is prepared for inventory issues. With a safety stock, if you experience a spike in demand or a disruption in your supply, you don't have shut down. You can continue your business operations. However, it is important to be careful about how much inventory to keep as safety stocks inventory because of storage costs and risk of waste. Make sure to keep your track of your demand of products in order to optimize your safety stock. Choosing between safety stock and just-in-time inventory method is a matter of examining your business and considering what is right for you, your product type, and your attitude towards risk. We have continuous improvement initiatives for inventory management. Like everything in your business, you should be constantly adjusting and looking for ways to improve your methods. Look into the process and metrics and formulas we have discussed here and make changes when you notice inefficiencies. Review and update your inventory management systems to make sure it continues to serve you. Continuous growth is a combination of looking at your past and current performance, committing to business goals, forming a strategy to change and improve, and building a new informed process that is best for your business. Think about it. What are some ways you can improve your inventory management? Have you ever calculated your rate of inventory turnover? What about your cost to serve or ABC analysis? Have full knowledge of the ways your business operates and the ways it could operate better is the key to success and longevity in the future. Thank you so much for watching. This video was made possible by the William Factory Small Business Incubator.